What's happening, guys? At it again. Another one. Let's see what we got here. We're at a 55 plus community on the East Valley. And we're going to go through a couple little things that I found on this one. Inspection number 2 today. So, going to crank this video out and get out of here because I got 2 reports to do. So, little things like this, exterior outlets, they're not GFCI protected and they have missing covers. So that's one thing. Got to point out, it's one of those things, do you want to fix it, do you not want to fix it, but I have to report on it. Down over here, we have our spigot. They got a splitter here with a little irrigation, kind of a timer device that you can just hook up to a hose or whatnot. But when we turn this, actually you can see it already, it's already leaking. See my fingers wet. So it is leaking behind the packing nut. I tried tightening it and it's still leaking, so I'm thinking that seal's bad in there, so that should get fixed ASAP just so we don't get water back there in the wall. Should be an easy fix. Alright, we got a nice little shed. Got my list. Couple little exposed nail heads up on the roof that need to be sealed. Not a big deal. I'm not going to hop up there because I don't feel like it. Already been up there. So we got the spigot. Let's walk around the corner here. Got a cool little shed that I have to lock actually. I'll lock that. Ooh, unlocked. Must have locked it already. There we go. Locked. Alright, we around the corner. Found some little simple things back here. Nice train AC system that was working really good. Right here we got the main shut-off valve for the house, and I run into this a lot out here in AZ. When we get rain, sand will wash around, it'll fill this up, and then if anything were to happen in your house, you got to come shut off your water. You got a bunch of sand in the way. So that's one thing I always tell people to keep an eye on. I always tell everyone where their main water shut-off valve is, so in case of emergency they know where to go and to where shut it off, because you don't want to be wasting time if something's leaking big time, right? So yeah, neat little yard. Crawl space, one of my favorite places not to be. So that was really about it here. So let's walk around the corner. We'll head in the inside. I am just holding my camera. It might just be easier. I've tried the chest mount thing, the visor thing. They're cool. You can use both your hands, but you can't tell if it's recording what you want it to record. So yeah, cool little place here. Modular home. So it has the crawl space, obviously. A couple things I'm going to show you. Same thing, we got the kitchen here, outlet, and outlet there, and they are not GFCI protected, so I had to let the client know that. This age of the house, I believe, is in 1978, so they just didn't, that wasn't code back then, so that's why they're not in here. Refrigerator, one thing I always check the water and the ice, because it's there, but it's not hooked up. So we don't have a water supply to this refrigerator. So that means the water and the ice, you can hear them kick on, but it's not functioning because we don't have it supplied. So the good thing is they can just hook up down below here, put a filter system in or a RO system in, and run it off of that into their ice maker. But you know, this is things you got to tell people because they're not going to know. They're going to see an ice maker and a water line going to the refrigerator, and they just automatically assume that that has it, right? And who wouldn't? I would too, I guess. So we got cool little dining area here. Right up in this area, I noticed in the ceiling it was a little soft, right? So I came over and I touched it. It flexes, and I touched it some more, and then I really touched it and put my finger through it. So the roof was replaced in 2018, so this looks like it's an issue that was prior to that, because we've been having quite a bit of rain and I don't see any staining. So I told the client that I pushed my finger through. Oh, hey, how you doing? That I pushed my finger through the ceiling. You know, just got to be honest. You know, so it is what it is. Easy fix. I don't see it being leaking issues at this point. Oh, I was going to show this. So this scared the hell out of me. So I was looking at this thing, and it's a light. Has a fan right here. I was like, well, what in the world? How does that fan work, right? So I found the remote, because everything's on a remote. And we turn on the fan and watch this thing. I thought it was going to decapitate me. On. Oh, light switch. Light switch would help. Here we go. Let's turn that fan on. Watch this thing. And mind you, this is probably 2 inches above my head. I was like, oh, sweet. That's cool. Whasha! Yeah. Oh my lord, it literally almost took off my hat because I was standing right underneath it figuring out how those blades came out. I've never seen that before. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to come through here, and I noticed the doorbell was stuccoed over. So there's no doorbell because this whole exterior is stucco. And I did notice a little crack in the window, very hard to see at the screen right there. I always got to notate that to the clients. This is a porch, so it's not heated or cooled, so it isn't really that big a concern. Let's just make sure this is locked. There we go, locked. Got to make sure that everything's locked up. All right. So yeah, here is the manual doorbell. So usually it just goes through the wall, you push a button and it just basically rings a bell manually. It's not like what you think of a doorbell now. We come on the outside, no doorbell. So yeah, they must have just stuck it over that bugger. But nowadays they just use all the smart doorbells and all that good stuff anyway. So not a big deal, you know. Stuff happens. Alright, we're all locked up. So same thing in here. No GFCIs. You know. Counters are really short. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, there's my belly button. There's the counter. That's a short one. You know, a little bit of stuff with the tub, which I actually forgot to point out to him, and I took a picture of it. You know, sometimes you get talking about stuff so much you forget. Oop, fan's on. Turn those lights off. Master bath. The only thing in here is there is no exhaust fan. So technically it has a window so you can let the moisture out that way, but yeah, no exhaust fan. So no smells getting out or moisture. So that's about it, guys. Pretty clean little place. It's the second one for today and I'm getting tired, I'm getting hungry. Got to get home and get these reports done. So, like I always say, have a good one, guys. God bless America. We'll see you on the flip side.